Sequences. For introduction, sequences are defined as a set of numbers arranged in a definite order. So, sequence ialah satu kumpulan nombor yang disusun dalam urutan yang kekal. Okay, there are two types of sequences. Number one is arithmetic sequence and number two is geometric sequence. Let's look at the first type of sequence, which is arithmetic sequence. Okay, an arithmetic sequence is a sequence of numbers such that any two consecutive numbers in the sequence are separated by a fixed value called common difference. Each number in the sequence is called term. Okay, arithmetic sequence bila kita ada satu urutan nombor yang mempunyai perbezaan yang sama. Okay, setiap nombor itu kita panggil sebagai term. Okay, let's look at the first example of arithmetic sequence. Okay, 5, 8, 11, 14. Okay, 5 is the first term. 8, second term. 11, third term. And 14 is the fourth term. Okay, sebutan pertama, sebutan kedua, sebutan ketiga, sebutan keempat. Common difference 3. Okay, 8 minus 5 is 3. 11 minus 8 is 3. 14 minus 11 is 3. So, when this sequence have common difference, we call it as arithmetic sequence. Okay, let's look at another example. Okay, here we have 24, 20, 16, and 12. So, 20 minus 4 is negative 4. 16 minus 20, negative 4. 12 minus 16, negative 4. So, when this sequence have common difference, we call this as arithmetic sequence. Okay, how to find the common difference of arithmetic sequence? Okay, the common difference, the symbol is D equal Tn minus Tn minus 1. T is the symbol for term. N is the number. Okay, N is the number of term. Okay, and then how to find Tn? Okay, the term. Tn equal A plus N minus 1 multiplied by D. Tn is the term. A is the first term. D is the common difference. And N is the number of term. Okay, the sum of N term. Okay, Sn equal N over 2 multiplied by 2A plus N minus 1D. So, we have three important formula here. The first formula to find common difference, D. Second formula to find term. And the third formula is to find the sum. Okay, let's look at the first example. Determine whether the following sequence is an arithmetic sequence or not. So, we discussed before to determine whether that sequence is arithmetic or not. Arithmetic sequence must have common difference. So, we can use that fact to determine whether the given sequence is arithmetic or not. Okay, this example. 1, 2, 6. 2 minus 1 is 1. 6 minus 2 is 4. So, our conclusion, this is not an arithmetic sequence. Okay, another example. 6, 18, 54. 18 minus 6 is 12, while 44 minus 18 is 36. Therefore, this is also not an arithmetic sequence. Example 2. Given the sequence 4, 8, 12. So, from the given sequence, first we need to extract all the information. Okay, 4 is the first term, so A equal 4. And then find D if possible. We can find D from 8 minus 4 equal 4, or 12 minus 8 also equal 4. So we have A equal 4 and D equal 4. Okay, question, find the 12th term. So we want to find T12. Okay, always write down the formula before we substitute any value. So A first term is 4 and 12. Why 12? Because we want to find the 12th term. So 12 minus 1. D, the common difference, 4. Okay, finally we get the 12th term equal 48. Next question. Find the sum of the first 12 terms. So what we want is S12. By using the formula to find sum of arithmetic sequence, substitute n equal 12, A equal 4, and D equal 4. So, we get the sum of the first 12 term is 312. Example 3. The first term in an arithmetic progression is 2. So, from this sentence, we can understand that A equal 2. The sum of its first 30 terms is 1,800. Sum of its first 30 terms, so that is S30, equal 1,800. Find the 20th term. So the question wants us to find T20. Okay, because we have S30, we can use that information, substitute into the sum formula, and then from that we get D equal 4. Later on, we can solve the question, which is to find T20 or the 20th term. Now we know that A equal 2, N equal 20, and D equal 4. So we get T20 equal 78. Example 4. The first term in an arithmetic sequence is negative 5. So from here, we know that A equal negative 5. And the last term is 40. The last term is 40. But we do not know the last term is which term. So we just put it as Tn. Tn equal 40. If the common difference is 3. Common difference is 3, so D equal 3. Find the number of terms in the sequence. So we want to find n. So by using the information that we have, Tn equal 40, substitute into the term formula. We know that Tn is 40, A negative 5, D 3. So from there we can find n. We know that n equal 16. And then, by using the same information, we can find the sum of all terms in the sequence. So now we know that n equal to 16. We can find S16 by using the sum formula. Substitute all relevant value, and then we get S16 equal 280. Next example, we want to find the first term, which is A, and the common difference, which is D, of an arithmetic progression if the fourth term is 33. So T4, fourth term equal 33, and the 10th term is 120. So T10 equal 120. So again, we must use the information that we have. The first information is the fourth term, T4 equal 33. So use the formula for term, substitute T4 33 and 4. Okay, we do not know the value for A and D. Next, use the second information, which is T10 equal 120. So again, use the formula of term, substitute T10 120 and 10. And again, we do not know the value for A and D. Here, we can apply simultaneous equation. Either we use elimination method or we can also use substitution method. So from the first equation, we get A equal 33 minus 3D. And then we can substitute this into the second equation. Okay, after substitution, we get D equal 14.5. So from there, we can also get the value of A. Substitute back into this equation. And we get A equal negative 10.5. Example 6. The sum of the first 10 terms of an arithmetic sequence is 300. If the common difference is 5, find the first term. Sum of the first 10 term, this is S10, equal 300. Common difference is 5, so D equal 5. And the question wants us to find the first term, so we want to find A. Since we have S10 equal 300, we use the formula to find sum. So S10, substitute as 300, substitute N, 10, substitute N again, 10, and substitute D, 5. So after some calculation, we get A equal 7.5. Example 8. The fifth term of an arithmetic progression is 16. So T5 equal 16. And the 11th term is negative 38. So T11 equal negative 38. Find the sum of the first 10 term. The question wants us to find S10. Okay. By using the formula that we have, T5 equal 16 and T11 equal negative 38. So from here, we can do simultaneous equation. We get D equal negative 9 and A equal 52. From there, we can solve the question where we want to find the sum of the first 10 terms. So S10. Substitute N10, A 52, D negative 9. Finally, we get S10 equal to 115. Example 9. The number of people arriving at a polling center was 20 people for the first hour, 40 people for the second hour, 60 people for the third hour, and so on for 10 hours. So in total, we have 10 terms. 20, 40, 60 until 10 term. So from the sequence, we know that the first term is 20. So A equal 20. And then we can find the common difference. 40 minus 20, 20. 60 minus 40 also 20. So D equal 20. Calculate the total number of people that arrive at the polling center for the 10-hour periods. Calculate the total. Total number of people. So we want to find sum 10. So S10. By using the sum formula, substitute all the relevant information and we get S10 equal 1100. Finally, example 10. Azhar borrows RM 14,500 without interest from a friend and agrees to repay this debt by 10 installments. He pays RM 1,000 as the first installment and then increases every successive installment by RMX from the preceding installment. Find the value of X. So from this sentence, we know that RM 14,500 is S10, which is the sum of his 10 installment. RM 1,000 is the first installment, so this is the first term. A equal 1,000. The installment increase by RMX. So RMX is the common difference, D. The question wants us to find the value of X. So based on the information that we have, it is best if we use the sum formula because we have S10. Substitute as 10, 14,500, and 10, A, 1000, and D as X. Finally, after some calculation, we get that X equal to 100.